Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Yeah, they said I got to come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you about our friends. Was that a hiccup? That was. It caught me off guard.
It was a big one.
Y'all need to stop calling me out for literally every noise I make.
Oh, gosh. Sorry, I heard it.
You're like, oh my God, I can't get nothing past y'all.
Well, I mean, that cough you had.
It was the cough. It was like I yawned through a sentence the other day, and Matt was like, did you just yawn through that sentence?
Sorry, I hadn't heard a hiccup in a while.
Sorry. I don't know where it came from.
Deep within.
It did. It was in my diaphragm.
All right. I want to remind you about our friends over at Gin Gators. Gin Gators with a Z. Gin Gators Power Systems throughout South Louisiana. They're going to be able to help you out with that whole home generator. And we know during this time of year, I'll give you an example. Last night, I don't know what happened, but over in our area, I mean, the entire grid on that side of town, just power went out. It just went out. Stores, houses, everything. And so we were trying to go to pick up some medicine at Walgreens. Power was out, right? Well, guess what? Our home, power goes out. You hear that sweet little hum, and the whole home generator's on, and it gives you the ultimate peace of mind. It's just what it does. Whenever you have that whole home generator, you know during storm season when everybody else is going to be out, right, you're going to have power. You're going to have it in seconds. That's just when you have a family, right, when you've got food in the refrigerator, when you're worried about air conditioning, keeping everybody cool, when you have that whole home generator with our friends over at Gin Gators, it is going to do just that for you. So go to their website, check out all their different locations, number which one's going to be convenient for you if you're here in South Louisiana. That's gingatorswithaz.com. Tay-Tay. Said we're going to talk a little Clemson here. I know at 7:30 you had put something in the document, but I want to hit it here since we did get into a conversation about the timeline of LSU over the last decade. But we wanted to talk Clemson the other day. We didn't get a chance to get to it. And there's an opportunity for a young quarterback, Tate Reynolds, to potentially go into camp and try to win the starting quarterback job.
Yeah, Dabo at Media Days the other day said, look, going into camp, Christopher Vizina is the clear QB1. He hadn't played a ton. He's been there. I think this might be his 4th year on campus. It's at least his 3rd. But could that change? Apparently, freshman Tate Reynolds, which T-A-I-T is an awful way to spell Tate, but that's not really the point of this. He's apparently made the competition interesting. He's a 6'2", dual-threat quarterback. He was actually one of the top baseball prospects in Arizona. If you're sitting there saying, well, how good is he? I've never heard of him. Well, he didn't play a lot last year in high school because he had a hamstring injury earlier in the year. But in 2023, 1,800 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, another 630 rushing, 17 rushing touchdowns. Then as a junior, 2,300 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 5 picks, 1,400 yards on the ground, and 19 touchdowns. I love Blake Baker. If you want to find an Achilles heel, that's been it. Yeah. It's been the running quarterback, right, for 2 years now. Like, you were great against Lenore Sellers last year. It's kind of been the outlier. I mean, 2 years ago, Jalen Milroe, he's still running from that game. I mean, he had 185 yards rushing in that game. Diego Pavia this year, even Trinidad Chambliss this year, early in that game, didn't have to do a ton throwing the ball because he got out of there. Now I think it's going to get better, like, because you look at where the defense was before Blake got here to where it is now. But that is still like maybe the one area that still needs to get fixed. If you got to play a running quarterback week 1 when that defense still hasn't had time to mesh together with an in-game situation, for me, that's a little bit of a cause for concern.
Now, I don't know if Clemson would bring a freshman quarterback in his first start to this place.
Yep.
I don't know that would be the best case scenario for anybody involved. So that's something to pay attention to. Now, with that being said, you still don't have a quarterback on your roster that has experience.
Right.
Like, whoever you bring in here is going to have a very difficult time in their first start. This is a place where if you were picking of any college, over 130 teams, where do I not want to go for my first collegiate start? This place would probably be number one. It'd be, a whiteout situation at Penn State and a night game in Death Valley. Those are the situations you would try to stay away from. So even if it's not the freshman, it's not going to be fun for whoever it is. And this Clemson team, it's a lot of players that haven't played a lot of football. Now, they've been at Clemson, but because, we know, what do they have, 7 transfers on total on the team, but there's a lot of new. When you look at, there's going to be new receivers, there's going to be a new running back, there's going to be a new quarterback, there's going to be new tackles, and then on the defensive side, new edge rushers, new defensive tackles. Remember, their stud edge rushers, if you count Peter Woods, he's an interior guy, but he would bounce out as well. He's a first-round pick. That guy's gone. Their other edge rusher was a second-round pick. That guy's gone. They still got some players that made some plays against you a year ago, but it's a team that hasn't done a lot as far as bringing in new talent. Now, way more defensively than they did offensively. Offensively, they brought in 2 transfers. That's it. On defense, and this is a big number for Clemson, I'm not even trying to be funny here, they brought in 8 transfers. That's a big number for Clemson. There was a long time where they didn't have a transfer. So they're going to count on at least 3, probably 4 guys that they brought in to be starters. And if they didn't do that, there's not a lot of guys that have a lot of experience. And so they almost had to do it, and they went out and they added, you're going to see Elliott Washington's going to be a starting corner for you. You brought him out of the portal. Jerome Carter's going to be a starting strong safety for you. You brought him. Myrick's going to be your starting free safety. So the entire defensive backfield, because if Donovan Starr does end up starting, all of your defensive backfield is going to be guys from the transfer portal.
Well, and that's the biggest concern, right? Like you were just saying, Vizina's been in the program a ton. He hadn't played either. It's the weapons around him haven't really played. Like Bryant Wesco's back. He's been a solid receiver for him. TJ Moore's done a little bit, but their starting running back is predicted to be Gideon Davidson. Now, he played a little bit last year, but 260 yards rushing, has yet to score a collegiate touchdown. Yeah. That's what Gideon Davidson did as a freshman last year. And defensively, I think Sammy Brown's a really good middle linebacker. I think you're going to be fine there, but who else has played for you? Will Held has played a little bit. Ashton Hampton's played a little bit, but there's not a ton there on either side of the ball. And it's okay if you're breaking in new if you have an experienced quarterback. The fact that they don't have either, that's concerning. Again, my only concern is because apparently Vizina can run a little bit too. What does that look like? Because it's been an issue for Blake
sure.
Baker. I love Blake, but that's been a problem.
Bryant Wesco is going to be back at receiver. That's probably the biggest weapon you're going to be paying attention to. Antonio Williams got drafted by the Commanders this year. That was certainly a name that going into that game a year ago we were talking about, and he got injured in that game, if I'm not mistaken, against LSU, and he had an injury-plagued season. But Wesco's probably the biggest weapon that they have on offense. It's just a Clemson team that is a complete opposite of the one we talked about so much last year heading into the game, because that team had so much returning production, as much as anybody, and that is really why we had them as high as we did. You had everybody coming back, all of your primetime players, and covering the draft this year, I felt like every name, or every other name at least they said, was Clemson. They lost a ton of talent. What can they do to get their guys ready to play when they haven't played, and to play in one of the loudest environments in sports? That's going to be a challenge for them, and it's going to be a challenge for LSU fans to make sure that it is the loudest environment in sports. So it's a completely different team, Tate, I think, than what we talked about a year ago.
Yeah, it is. And, Dabo said at media days, he's like, I kind of like being underrated, because in the past when he's underrated, his team succeeded expectations. He said, if you win national championships based on your preseason ranking, we would have won a year ago, and we didn't, because they had a lot of talent returning. Now, I think that was more on Dabo than the players, because, you just mentioned all the guys that were drafted. I think they were a really talented team, but You could kind of say the same for LSU. It's like that's why we were so high on LSU after the Clemson game. You were like, man, you just beat a top 10 team in the country. No, you beat a 6-6 football team. Like that's who you beat. You barely beat a 6-6 football team, and LSU season kind of went the same way. But that's where we're at. I think you actually picked the perfect trap game for LSU this year. Like looking back on it, like I went Auburn and Tennessee. I know some people have said A&M, but I think you actually picked the perfect one because we are overlooking this team. Like, think about what we said coming into last year. You hadn't won a season opener since 2019. Man, if you could just stop playing these tough openers, and then you finally beat the quote-unquote top team in an opener, a game that was hyped up. This game's not being hyped up.
Yeah.
And, like, that's still a big-time program. Clemson's Dabo's still Dabo Swinney. He's still won national championships. Now, he hasn't adapted to modern college football, but this is exactly the type of game that can bite you if you're not careful.
USA Today put out their ACC preseason rankings. They went Miami 1, SMU 2, Louisville 3, and Clemson 4. That's a second national publication that picks Clemson to be fourth in the ACC. So completely different than it was a year ago. Doesn't mean they're not going to be a good football team. Doesn't mean they're not going to be ready to play when they come to Tiger Stadium, the real Death Valley, for the first game of the year. But it is a completely different situation than the team you played a year ago in Clemson, South Carolina. All right, we will step away. And when we come back, we're going to open it up. Now, y'all have got to do us a solid. You have to make sure that we are on our best behavior. Look, I'm going to give you some time to think about it. I'm going to tell you about our friends over at Rouse's, but I'm just letting you know we're going to open them up when we come back. Go to Rouse's. Go to Rouse's.com. Find that location that's convenient for you. Once you do, check out the weekly specials at your store. And then also, just know any Rouse's that you walk into, doesn't matter which one it is, it's going to be convenient for you. If you are looking for breakfast right now, they got the breakfast bar. If you're heading to work and you got to make a decision for lunch, guess what? You can go to the lunch bar, you can go to the sushi bar, the salad bar, the pre-made meals already ready to go. You can pick up a rotisserie chicken all right there at your local Rouse's. They got seating if you want to sit down and have the meal right there. They've got local flavors, including My High, all kinds of local flavors at your local Rouse's. Go to Rouse's.com. All right. Is it the same number, Alondra? 225-499-1045?
Yes.
That is the phone number. All right. A couple of rules. Be nice to Alondra or we'll punch you, and don't curse.
That's
Anything
it.
else, we're pretty open here.
That's it.
That's all we ask.
And there's simple rules, too.
Very simple rules. Okay? When we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines and get to your favorite memory in Tiger Stadium right here on OTB.
Off the bench. Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
She said she don't know me anymore. I think she hates me deep down. I know she does. She wants to erase me. A couple days no talking. I see my baby, and this what she tells me. She said.
All right, welcome back in OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. That was a sweet spot of time for Kid Cudi. I don't know. I was living in California, I know, but I don't know exactly what the years. Maybe like
This feels very California.
09 to 12. Even though like Kid Cudi's from Ohio, it's Joe Burrow's guy.
Yeah.
It's like 09 to 12.
He didn't give off Ohio vibes, though.
Sweet spot, Kid Cudi. It's when like Day and Night, this song, the whole.
Oh, look, somebody's calling.
Oh, all right, answer it.
All right, let's see.
Go.
I'm going to just put them. I'm not going to screen it.
Oh, you're just gonna okay.
I'm just going to
All
hope for
right.
the best here.
All right.
Real quick before.
Okay.
I never understood screening calls ever in my life of my 8+ whatever years of being a producer. I never understood screening calls because they could tell me one thing on the phone and then I could put them on air and they could say whatever they want. So
Shout out Brian
I
Haldane.
never
No doubt.
I never got it.
Yeah.
So
We only screen them on NFL. Like they'll give me, because we're a call-in show.
Yeah.
I took over for a call-in show. We'll have people 10 people that wait for 2 hours on the line. It's wild, but they'll give me name, location, and what they want to talk about just so, like, I have an idea of where they want to go. But you're right. Like, if screen calls, doesn't matter. All right, so
but
we're going to
we know where we're going.
Yeah, we know where we're going. Yeah.
All right.
You are on with OT.
They just hung up as soon
Stage
as
fright's a real thing, guys.
They hung up as soon as I put them on.
They
You're
got
like, crap,
nervous.
it's Jacob Essiter. Let me hang up.
I heard the click.
As soon as I turned on the pot.
It's all right. It happens.
Stage fright.
Let's see.
225-499-1045.
225-499-1045. Let's see. Our guy Blake Miller. Shout out to the 7U Reign Nationals, who were in the top 15 of the 8U World Series in Youngsville today. BTA.
Let's go.
It says BTA. Like, I'm not saying
BTA is crazy.
It says BTA. I'm just reading verbatim here.
BTA for 7U is insane.
7U, but playing in 8U.
But I respect it.
Still coach pitch. Because 9U. Yeah. Wait. Yep.
I can see myself being a not chill baseball mom. How's Katie?
She's pretty chill for as competitive as she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe she just comes from a sports family, so she kind of knows like the ups and downs. I would say like football, she's a little bit more aggressive than baseball.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my issue.
Yeah.
I think all of it's gonna be my issue.
Believe it or not.
Oh
I
wait,
can get
here.
a little animated.
We
at
got
times.
somebody else.
All right, we got a phone call.
All right.
You are on with
Sir or
OTB. Sir or ma'am, who do we have on the line?
They, them.
Hey, it's Brian Burgess. How are you guys?
Hey, what's up,
What up, Brian?
Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing? How you living, brother, man? Good to hear your voice. All right,
No
your
cussing, Brian.
favorite memory in Tiger Stadium and why?
Probably 1997 Florida. And because Florida came in number one, and, it was Denard wanted, it was, I forget what year it was for DiNardo, but LSU really wasn't all that great. Herb Tyler was quarterback, and Florida came in, and, it was, I'll never forget that day, man. It was, the whole campus was buzzing like I've never seen before, and, man, went in and just took care of business. Got to watch Spurrier throw his visor down on the ground several times, and I mean, it was great, man. Got stormed the field after, so that's my favorite one.
Yeah, and B, you've been a LSU fan for a long, long time. I always love hearing the stories.
Yeah.
But so for you, like that memory, that being your favorite one, is a little added piece of it because LSU had really gone through so many lean years leading into that?
Yeah. They had, we had just come out of the Hallman years, and it really will not even go to the dark times, but that was like the empire ruling the galaxy, so we won't go into that. But, just the fact that, nobody gave LSU a chance against Florida.
Right.
And Kevin Falk showed out, Herb Tyler showed out, Cedric Donaldson. And it was just great, man. It was just a great atmosphere. Second favorite one is 72 LSU Ole Miss.
72 LSU Ole Miss. All right, real quick, why?
Well, because it was Burt Jones to Brad Davis. They ran 2 plays in 4 seconds, which is unheard of. And LSU won the game, and Ole Miss thought they had won it, kind of like the Bluegrass Miracle,
Yeah.
Yeah, Ole Miss thought they had won that game, man, and then all of a sudden, Jones hit Davis in the front corner of the end zone, and Rusty Jackson kicked the extra point, and it was 17-16. Set your clocks back 4 seconds.
Well, there you go, BB.
I got another one.
You're the man. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you listening, and we'll catch up again with you soon. Absolutely. All right.
There's another one.
We have another call. Who do we have calling, and what's your favorite memory in Tiger Stadium?
Hey, Jake, Elise Kaufman, 1997 Virginia Tech game. Best game I've seen Tigers as a team play. Oh, no, was it 2007?
2007, yeah, 2007. You're trying to age me by 10 years.
No, Florida was my other choice. choice.
Right.
But '07 Virginia Tech, best total game I have seen Tigers play.
Yeah.
Not counting the 19 season, but that was a great one. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate the call. It stirs up some good memories. '07, it wasn't a close game. It was actually a very lopsided game. But, man, oh, man, the game plan we had for that game worked to perfection. I mean, it was perfection. Everybody had a play. Everybody. Every offensive contributor had a play that day. Of course, my guy Keelan Williams hurdling somebody on his way to the end zone. Flynn, he wasn't very good, but he had a couple plays that day. Man, the defense played lights out. That was a Tyrod Taylor, Virginia Tech quarterback.
Freshman.
Cam Chancellor was on that team.
Yeah.
Eddie
Brandon
Royal
Flowers.
was
Had
on that
three people
team.
on the-
Flowers was on that team. That was a stacked.
Mhm.
That team went to the Orange Bowl that year, and we beat the hell out of them in Tiger Stadium. All right, we've got another caller on the line. Who do we have, and what's your favorite Tiger Stadium memory?
Hello.
Hey, this is Victor Morales.
Hey, Victor, how's it going? Give us your favorite Tiger Stadium memory.
I'm a young fan, so I'm going to have to go with a more recent one.
It's all good.
But it's going to be Coach O's last game as a head coach.
Oh, you
November
know what?
27th.
That is a good one.
Watching Jere Jenkins catch that pass with like 8 seconds left
Yep.
was just insane. And all the fans that left, I thought LSU it was over with. I never doubted the Tigers. Never.
Man, that is such a good one, and we appreciate the call. We certainly appreciate you listening as well. That is such a good call because that game, technically didn't mean anything of note as far as what your season looked like, but it meant everything in that moment. His last game, you were cutting it loose. A&M was really good that year. They came in as big favorites in your stadium, and I give Max Johnson credit. He stood tall in the pocket and took a shot and hit Jere Jenkins down the right sideline. Tigers win. That was a fun one.
So many
Shout out
big
Jere.
moments, Jere, dude. Like, anytime Jere Jenkins made a play, it
Yeah.
was huge. Didn't make a ton. I mean, had to bide his time, set for 2 years, but he was great later in his career.
That's what I wanted to hear today. Like, different memories. It's not always going to be 97 Florida or 07 Florida or, games at, the earthquake game. Sometimes it's a team that was fighting for a winning record.
Yeah.
A team that was going to be coached by its head coach for the last time. A team that was full of guys that didn't win national awards. But, man, they were good Tigers, and Jere Jenkins was one of those guys. I mean, made play after play after play. Anytime they needed him to make a play, it seemed like he was going out there, and he was making it. So, man, that's why I wanted to do it today. And we're going to take a break, but don't worry. We'll come back, and we'll do some more of these as well. I want to try to get to a couple more as we can because, again, this was our station survey, so Hunt was putting it out there, and we are going to have different ones from different times. Like at first I told you I was going to think, as a player, Florida, having Tebow crying, the whole deal. But then it turned into 2022 Alabama that I got to share a memory with my son. So more of those calls when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, if you've been putting off a bathroom remodel because you think it's going to take weeks or maybe even months and it's going to turn your house into a construction zone, think again. Bath Fitter of Baton Rouge custom builds every tub and shower to fit your space with no messy demolition, and in most cases, installs are in just one day. Plus, it's all backed by a lifetime warranty, so you can feel confident you're making an investment that's built to last. Whether you're updating an outdated bathroom or finally replacing that old tub or shower, Bath Fitter makes the entire process simple from start to finish. So again, when you're thinking about the remodel, it's not one of those situations where you're going to have a dumpster outside of your home for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. They're going to come in, they're going to get the consultation set up, they're going to see what you're working with, get a plan together, they're going to know what they're going to do, they get it in, boom, bam, done in as little as 1 day. Bathfitter.com.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Say you are a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the mic
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. I want to remind you about our friends over at Rejuve-Me. If you've been feeling tired all the time, your workouts aren't producing the same results, your energy is down, or you just don't feel like yourself anymore, it might not be age, it might be your hormones. So the team at Rejuve-Me Medical offers personalized HRT with comprehensive lab testing and treatment plans designed around you. Their experienced medical professionals help men and women get back to feeling their best. I've done it, Flynn's done it, Alondra's done it, and we are happy that we went through the process, got us all on a plan to be successful and to feel like our youthful self. Don't settle for feeling good enough. Schedule a consultation today at RejuveMeMedical.com. That's RejuveMeMedical.com. All right, we're going to get back to the phone lines. We're going to open them back up, 225-499-1045. We are going to get your favorite memory in Tiger Stadium. Who do we have on the line now, and what is your favorite memory?
My name is Jason.
How's it going, Jason?
Oh, pretty good, man. My favorite memory is I was at this game. I forget if it was either 2000 or 2001. It was the Tennessee game after we had lost to UAB in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was wild, man. It was I do believe it was the first ever overtime game in Tiger Stadium history. And, when they tore down the goalpost, me and my friend and his dad, we were sitting in the student section, and, man, we just got trampled because the student section was packed, and they just ran down to the field. And I remember people hanging by the goalpost and shaking them down and stuff. And I remember Tennessee fans were dejected that game. Because they thought they were going to beat us after we had lost to UAB. And I think that,
it's a good one.
that kind of set LSU up that year.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's one that doesn't get talked about a lot, but you're right. You lose. So to start out that season, you beat Houston, you lose to Auburn on the road, and then you lose to UAB. And so not a lot of faith and hope in that Tennessee matchup, but you win that one 38-31. You actually ended up beating a lot of ranked teams that year. You took down number 13 Mississippi State. You also took down number 15 Georgia Tech in the Peach Bowl. So hey, that's a good call. That's a good memory. We appreciate the call. Again, it's a game that not a lot of people talk about. You don't talk about 2000 Tennessee. With Tennessee, it's typically the SEC championship game. Was that 01? Right? And then you talk about the 07 SEC championship game. Unfortunately, the Monday night that we lost because of Hurricane Katrina, we moved the game to Monday night in 05 gets talked about a lot. 2006 when we went there and won on really the last play of the game. So a lot of great memories with Tennessee. That's certainly not one that gets brought up a lot. So I appreciate that one.
Another one.
All right. Who do we have on the line, and what's your favorite LSU Tiger Stadium memory?
Hello?
Hey, we got you.
Oh. What's up, guys? It's Mitchell from the chat. Man.
What's up, Mitchell? How we doing, brother?
I got two and an honorable mention for you.
Hey, you know what? Since you're in the chat every day, I know I said only one, but you're in the chat every day. You're an OG. Yeah. What you got for us?
God.
I'm going to go talk bad about Ole Miss twice. Bo Wallace falling apart in Tiger Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one.
And then we got...
It's still falling apart on Twitter.
And then we got... what's his name? Garrett Nussmeier throwing the ball to Kyron Lacey to put him over the top. So I like an overrated Ole Miss team coming to Tiger Stadium.
Yep.
Always have. And then I'm going to go with Arkansas. Zach Mettenberger going out. Anthony Jennings coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Traven
Durrell. Right at us in the student section. It was awesome.
Oh, my gosh. I forgot about that. Anthony Jennings throws, like one pass, and it was a bomb down the sideline. That's such a good one.
Yeah, and everybody thought he was about to come in next season and take over.
We all did.
Not quite.
It got us.
Not quite.
That one pass got us, and I'm including myself.
Shout out ULL.
What did he say?
Oh, Mitchell.
Shout out ULL.
Oh, he did go to ULL. I think he did go to ULL. That's right. Bad Bo, good Bo. Bo Wallace.
Yeah.
Remember that was the thing about him?
I believe he hadn't thrown a pick all year. Coming into that game, he was high, and LSU got two. LSU got two of them that game.
Logan Stokes touchdown in the end?
College game day was
flat route.
Was in Baton Rouge that day. Yep, great game.
2014?
Yeah, it was because I was freshman in college.
Was that the year that Mississippi State got up to number one, right?
Yeah, that was Dax.
And you almost, came here, had a big game. You almost came back in that game.
You did. Brandon Harris came in.
You almost came back
freshman.
in. And then
Like
you beat
14
Ole
fourth
Miss.
quarter points,
Both
something
the
like that.
Mississippi schools were ranked very, very high.
I think at one
that year.
point, State was 1, Ole Miss was 3 that year.
Something like that.
A little bit of a weird year. No, that Arkansas game, I'm glad you brought that one up. That was, if you remember the crazy catch Jarvis made? It was like underneath the guy.
Yeah.
That was the play Mettenberger tore his knee on. A lot of people forget that because they're like, oh, that was the Jarvis catch. It was that play. Everybody was fired up, and then Jennings had to come in. And, yeah, Traven Durrell, I believe, was a freshman as well on that team. He hadn't played a ton that year either, and that was awesome. We were in Pigeon Forge listening to it on the radio.
Call. There's another.
But you're
person.
always in Pigeon Forge. Always. All right.
Once a year, he's in Pigeon Forge.
Who do we have on the line, and what's your favorite Tiger Stadium memory?
Hello.
Hello there, guys.
Hey, what's
Can you
going
hear
on?
me?
Yeah, we got you. What's up, brother?
This is Brian from Walker. How you doing, Tay-Tay?
Hey, what's up, Brian? Out in my neck of
Oh,
the
that's
woods.
old Brian from
Hey, your
Walker.
squad-
By
There you
golly.
go,
Hey, your
man.
Carolina squatted truck.
And Delandra.
Oh, yes.
My favorite memory, I think it was 2010. Don't quote me on the year.
Okay.
The T-Bob Bear snap against Tennessee when we thought we lost, and they had, 14 guys on the field?
Yeah. At least
And
13. I think it was 13.
Just 13.
I had my girlfriend's 9-year-old son, and he was busting out crying, thought we lost the game.
Oh, yeah.
T-Bob snaps that ball, throws his helmet down. They call a flag on Tennessee, and we get one more play, and who that? Ridley runs it in.
Yep.
Stephen Ridley.
Stephen Ridley. Yep.
That's my favorite memory of Tiger Stadium in most recent years. And the second favorite would be the Ole Miss game when we win that game in overtime. What's that, 2 years ago?
Yeah, a couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Nuss
That'd be
to
my
Kyron
favorite.
Lacey. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good one. We appreciate the call. And it brings up some good memories. That's the for me, I've told this story before, but I was watching it in California, playing for the Chargers at the time. I just, it was an earlier game, so I had just gotten back from walkthrough, watching the game, and I was dialed into that one. Dialed in. And I'm watching every play. And when that happened, I was so mad. Stormed out of the house. I'm like, I'm going to the grocery store. I stormed out of the house. I didn't grab my phone. Just went to the grocery store. We had we had one like literally like a mile from our house, whatever. I'm like, I'm just going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to pick up whatever we need, whatever. And then I'll never forget, because I acted like just an ass on the way out, too. And I was mad. And I'll never forget coming back in, and Katie's like, don't you feel like a big idiot? I was like, what? It's like, LSU won. I'm like, no, they didn't. I saw it. It's like, nope. And then she like goes to explain like what happened. And I was like, no. Because like you have to think, like we had some social media, but not really. Like it wasn't like
You
everything
weren't, like,
wasn't
checking it.
literally
Yeah.
like in front of you or whatever. So I'm like trying to like get on my computer and go to like ESPN.com like to see is like, yeah, LSU won. And then to find out how they won and how it played out. And then to see Derek Dooley like just not even shake hands, just walk straight to the locker room.
Derek in his orange pants he had on the
Orange
sidelines.
custom pants.
Oof.
Yeah. That is a good one because that is a game that I thought for 35 minutes that LSU lost, only to find out that they won the game. Thanks to T-Bob.
There's a lot of good Tennessee ones out there. Now that I'm thinking
Tennessee
about it,
LSU is
there's some
sneaky
good ones.
good. It really, really is. There's been some really good games, really good moments between those two schools.
It's good.
I mean, a couple SEC championship games.
What was the one we were talking about the other day? Y'all went to
06.
Knoxville, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a text.
Oh, we got a text.
Call. No, it's a call.
Oh, we got a call.
I just went, we got a call.
All right. Who do we got on the line, and what's your favorite Tiger Stadium memory?
This is Bama Gump. How y'all doing?
Oh, boy.
No.
What's up, old Bama Gump?
I don't wanna hear this.
I know how you're about to play this,
Oh,
but you know
sorry,
what?
call drop.
We said there was only 2 rules. You couldn't be an a-hole to Alondra, and you couldn't curse. So the floor is yours, sir.
I am not going to be an asshole to Alonzo anytime, but I did just curse. didn't
Yep, you did. But we're going to move on. Go, 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 go.
It's all right, good. We'll move
Move
on.
past it.
I? Actually, the one that sticks in my head, I was at the earthquake game.
Okay.
Okay.
Late 80s.
Yeah,
When Hudson hit them and they beat Auburn.
absolutely.
That one I will never forget. I was at was it 97 when Florida was number 1?
Yep.
At that game, might have been my last game. And then the one that really sticks in my head, I wasn't there, was 2012, last minute of the game.
Yeah.
Dropped back and hit Yeldon. And when he ran into the end zone, I started screaming, "That's how championships are won." 2000. So I got to give you all a roll tide.
Oh, I know. All right, you kept it. You kept it about as good as you possibly could have. So, Bama Gump, we always appreciate you in the chat. We appreciate you listening, and it wasn't too bad. I was back home for my bye week that week, and so just when you come back for that, like you're so excited because you hadn't been around, and you're like, we're going to this one game, and oh man, it was me, Katie, and Jackson, and we're in a box, and we're just loving life. It's so fun, and then I see it develop because where we were, it was kind of like it was one of those suites that's towards the end zone, kind of in the corner of the south end zone, and that was on the north side, and so you could kind of see how it all played out, right? And I just saw it develop. I'm like, oh no, it's a screen. Oh God, it was like slow motion, just painful death.
Well, that would have been on your side too, so you probably saw everything open.
Yeah.
Let's have this be. You want this one to be the last one? There's one more.
Yeah, let's go one more. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yo.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, what we got going on?
Hey,
Who we got?
This is Richie from Winfield.
Shout out Winfield. Let's go.
Mine is my first game as a season ticket holder. Oregon State, 2007. There was a rain delay.
My first ever game.
There was a streaker. My seats are in the north end zone. There's a rain delay. There was a streaker. My seats are in the north end zone. So when the kid missed the extra points, you heard it, and it was that was electric. So you had a lot of events happen all in one game.
Oh man, that's a great call. Shout out to Winfield, by the way. We appreciate you calling in from Winfield. That's the first thing. The second thing, that game was wild. That was 2004, first ever game for me.
That was the
and
opener? Yeah.
It was the opener that year, and it got delayed, and I'm so ready to get out of there. We're wearing our purple jerseys. I remember Derek Anderson was the quarterback for Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
Had a pretty good run there in the NFL. Their kicker won the Lou Groza the next year, but that game, really the only reason we won. Now, Jamarcus came in, and because Marcus Randall started, Jamarcus came in, played really, really well, kind of brought us back, and Jamarcus kind of won the job off that performance. And it was a sloppy game. It was a mud pit. It was just not a pretty game, to say the least. But, yeah, it's a good memory. Won the game in overtime against the Oregon State Beavers.
I'm confused what a streaker did back then because it's not like you go viral. I felt like streakers were doing it to go viral, but I guess they're just doing it for the love of the game.
Love of the game, Alonzo. That's it. Just love a good streak.
Nice.
That was Lionel Turner, Jake, the Oregon State. So Lionel's from my neck of the woods. He went to Walker High School, and we ran into his family at Walmart. I'll never forget this. Right after the game, my family's in there. We ran into his family. Remember, they were all fired up. They're like, "Oh, did y'all see the Lionel hit or whatever?" It was a big moment. That was a good one.
Heck yeah. But let's go back to the Yeldon. Unfortunately, we got to go back. That he scored in the north end zone, right?
Yep.
If I remember that right. That's
North
what I
end
thought.
zone,
Because we were
down
sitting in
sidelines.
we were sitting in the south, more south. So yeah.
So they were going away. He was going away
I want
from
to make sure I remembered that right. Okay. I thought the Oregon State guy missed it kicking in the south end zone. Maybe I misunderstood. There's a lot of football games, y'all. A lot of CTE going on in this brain. So y'all remember it probably better than I do. But, yeah, that's a great game. It was a great moment for me. Just crazy old school throwback game. Everybody's jerseys were, just brown from head to toe. Everybody, you couldn't even see numbers on some jerseys. It was that muddy. It had rained that much. They delayed the game for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. That game was probably on, Tiger Vision, too.
It was. We had to rent the Tiger Vision.
You had to pay $39.99 for that bad boy. All right, we will step away. Maybe we can end this hour with getting to more of your phone calls. We'll see how it all plays out, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to russellpools.com, the website for Russell Pool Company. Now, one thing that we want to remind you about Russell Pools is they are going to be there at the very beginning, helping you design your dream pool. They're going to be there during the construction portion of it, obviously. They're going to be building your dream pool. But they're also going to be there when you get done because they're going to be the maintenance for your dream pool. So from the very beginning, during the process, and afterwards, Russell Pools is always going to be there every step of the way. Something else that we want to remind you about with Russell Pools, because again, like they can build from scratch an incredible dream pool. You see it on the website every single day when you watch us on YouTube. But let's say you bought a house and it's got a basic kidney-shaped pool. There's no bells, there's no whistles. And you want to add to that pool. We're not talking about like new plaster. We're talking about new features. And you want to add to that pool. They can come in and they can do that as well. Truly a one-stop shop, russellpools.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
Those Batmans during that time didn't give us a lot, but they gave us a song at least.
I mean, it's a great song.
I mean, those Batmans were not good.
I'm like recently obsessed with this song.
Yeah, I feel like you just found your way back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stop listening
My
to it.
brother-in-law, like a year ago, had the same feeling about this song. He's like, I don't know if y'all know this or remember this song, but I gotta let y'all know this is an absolute banger.
Yes. I texted y'all when it came on my shuffle.
He very much did the same thing that you did like a year ago.
I was like, I forgot about this song, and it's so good. It's going to be stuck in my head all day now.
Good. It's a banger. Shout out, Sil. All right, I'll make sure that we don't have any more phone calls before we cut it off here.
There's one.
All right, well, this is the last one. Last phone call of the day. Favorite memory in Tiger Stadium. Here we go. Who do we got?
Nathan.
Hey, Nathan, what's going on, brother? How we doing? Give us your favorite memory in Tiger Stadium.
I'm sorry if this has already been brought up.
No, it's good. It's your favorite memory. It doesn't matter.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but most memorable, 2010 Tennessee.
Yeah. That's
the game.
Yeah, that's another one that just came up. Yeah.
The only game that I've ever been to where we lost and then we won.
I said the same thing. That was the guy. Like, we lost. I stormed off to the store because I was so mad. Forgot my phone at home. And then came back, and my wife's like, "You big idiot, we won the game." And so I had never had that feeling before. I still haven't had it since. And so you're right. That's a good one.
And the student section was still the loudest when we lost. That's the loudest boos I've ever heard in Tiger Stadium. And the student section, you had to duck because of what was being thrown. I knew somebody that got hit with an empty fifth of whiskey. I don't know how they got that in the stadium.
Well, yeah, you do. Y'all used to always get them in.
And then it was just chaos, and then everyone was still out on the field, and no one knew what was going on. And then Ridley ran it in, and we won, and everybody just kind of walked out wondering what the hell just happened.
All right, Nate, that's a good one. We appreciate the call. Certainly one that all Tiger fans are going to remember and fondly because you actually ended up winning the game. But you know how they got that fifth of liquor in there.
The boot. You sneak it in your boot. No flask.
Ain't no doubt. So, like, when I see the student section going in, I can tell you who's got alcohol in them boots.
Yes.
The way they're walking. I'm like, that ain't natural.
And now they have different flasks that, like...
Oh, you give a bracelet one.
Yeah, bracelet one, or the ones that, like, are not hard.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They're like...
Yeah.
I don't know what material that is.
Man,
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I have seen people, like, have necklaces now that literally, like, they unscrew. You'll see them pour it into their drink and screw it back on. And it looks like just a normal necklace, and it's got, like, 2 shots in it, right? So, like, 10 of you have these necklaces on, and you're, like, I guess sharing, whatever's in that necklace. So, but now you can buy alcohol in the stadium, so it's not as fun, I guess.
Right.
It probably was a lot of fun back in the day when y'all couldn't buy alcohol.
Yeah.
I guess not that anybody's not 21 sneaking it in.
Right. Everybody has a fake ID these days, though.
Do they? I don't even know.
I don't know if I have time to say this, but okay, so in Corpus, we were in a store, and this kid came up to me, and he was like, have you seen the buzz balls? Everywhere I go, they keep saying my fake ID isn't real.
Did you get Hey Miss?
I think I did. I know, it was brutal.
Oh, man. Sorry. Welcome. Welcome.
I don't even look like a miss.
Hey, Miss. Do you think you can buy me?
He didn't hey miss me. I'll say
You
that.
think you can buy me a buzz ball?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Bro, a man would kill me.
Welcome. Hour 3 coming back.
Off the bench.
Oh, yeah. You got Hey Missed. All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. KTZ Interiors and Outdoor Living, been in the game since 2004. Have Brandon Barton and team come out to your space, know your space, learn your space, change your space in a matter of minutes. It's inside, it's outside, it's outside, it's inside, and sometimes it's a combination of both, like they've done for me, and they certainly will do for you as well. Now, depending on what you're looking for, right? Maybe it's an outdoor motorized screen, maybe it's drapes, maybe it's shutters, whatever it is, they're going to know exactly what you need and where you need them. It's a remarkable thing that they do. I lived in my house for 5 years when they came out the first time, and I promise you they knew what I needed and where I needed it much better than I did. I had no clue what they would put outside would actually shade inside, but they do. That's why they've been in the game since 2004. KTOZBlinds.com.